where did the intelligence system of multiple countries and Israel's biggest ally, the US, go wrong? Because, why did they not intercept something which was planned at this scale, border being bulldozed, paragliders used in attack? How did Hamas manage to go under the radar?
Well, first things first, I have to correct your assertion that this was Stone Age tactics used by the Palestinians against Israel. Using paragliders and UAVs to drop bombs on tanks, that's not Stone Age, that's 21st century tactics. With regards to how it wasn't foreseen, this will be the big question that will have to be answered after every single terrorist is killed. So the idea that you're asking somebody live on television who's wearing an IDF uniform, why did you miss this, is a little bit unjournalistic, okay? They have to rescue the women and children and then kill every stinking terrorist and then salt the earth and destroy everything that Iran has done with Hamas and Hezbollah in Gaza and on the West Bank. When it comes to that final analysis of how did this happen, I have a few theories, but they will be proven out over time. Number one, Israel has been challenged of late by internal political dynamics, the argument over the Supreme Court, demonstrations, strikes, and so forth. That could have added to a multiplication of distractions for the IDF, for Mossad, for military intelligence. Nobody has the answer to that question right now. The bigger problem is somebody who worked in the White House for President Trump, who maintains my top secret clearance, is how America missed this. We spend $90 billion. We spend 300 times. We have more assets, more military satellites than any nation in the world. We have 17 intelligence agencies, and they all missed this. Now, I can tell you why that happened in America, because of the politicization of intelligence under Obama and under Biden. We use the intelligence. Look, read the cover of a magazine last week here in America that says the FBI, for example, part of the intelligence community, is targeting Trump voters as a threat to America. When we have President Trump targeted as a political candidate under the Obama administration by the NSA, by the CIA, by the FBI, under something called Operation Crossfire Hurricane, you have to understand politics.
Mr. Gorka, you have made an important point.
Politics has
particularly
taken over intelligence.
About Benjamin Netanyahu's perhaps perceived recklessness and political instability, which he was dealing with, protests that were happening with regards to, which was essentially against the judicial overhaul that was announced by his administration. Do you think all these incidents meant that they almost forgot about a live enemy which was just there round the corner?
No, of course not. You think Israel forgets about the fact that they're surrounded by Arab extremists that have been wanting to kill them since the nation was recreated in 1948? That's absurd. Of course they know that they are surrounded by people that want to kill every woman, man, and child in Israel and push the bodies into the sea. Every Israeli knows that. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop doing what you're doing. You're helping the bad guys here, okay? Every Israeli knows that the Arab extremists want to kill every single one of them. Why did they miss this attack? You don't know, and nobody coming on your show knows the answer to that question. We may get the answer to that question in a few years' time after every terrorist is killed.
Israel has called this their 9/11.
Yes. Absolutely. This is the biggest loss of life of Israelis in one day since the creation of Israel in 1948. I mean, think about it. We're talking about hundreds of people, men, women, and children killed in one day in a nation of 6 million. We are 30 million. We are 330 million here in America, and we lost 3,000 on 9/11. This is proportionally worse than America's 9/11 if you realize how small a nation and how small a population Israel has.